Hi, it's me, Rachel Lynn, and today is Weigh-In Wednesday. So before I get started in the weigh-in, let's go ahead and recap this week vlog style. It is Tuesday afternoon, and I'm so tired. I had a slight revelation this morning, and I did not have my camera out to talk about it with you, so I'm going to try and do that right now. The last 2 weeks have been kind of difficult. I have been like hungry nonstop, and I can't really place my finger on why. And thinking about it this morning, last week I think it was just laziness and being off for a couple of days in the middle of the week with snow days and all of that just kind of threw me off, I think. But I think I discovered that this week I'm having trouble because I just want to eat because I'm stressed, and I think I really just want to stress eat. Today my class had a program that they had to lead, and it was stressful, and we didn't have as much time to practice because of the snow days last week. And then I have my second observation of the year. We have 2 a year that we have to do, and so my second observation is later this week. And so there's just a lot of like added things on top of the fact that our book club was supposed to meet tonight, but they postponed it because not very many people could go. So that was a huge relief off of my shoulders. But knowing that my observation is coming up, that's like, ugh, it's a lot. So I am trying my best to stay within calories. It's really hard. It has been very, very hard the last 2 weeks. Look what I got! They sent me a whole new shirt. I didn't have to pay for it. It's my 5K from January. The shirt, this one actually fits. Yay! And then they let me keep my old shirt. I think I'm just gonna keep that shirt, and it might be a goal shirt, although it looks so small. It looks like I'll never fit into it. But maybe I will. And I'm just gonna be hopeful that eventually I will fit into that shirt. But in the meantime, I've got this one, and it is time to get on the treadmill. I think I forgot to mention just a minute ago when I talked to you before that it is Thursday night. I just wanted to come back on really quickly and show you this. This is the face of hard work. I did some running on the treadmill, not a whole lot, but a little bit. I am sweating, and I worked hard. My legs are tired. It feels good. Hard work feels good. Okay, it's still Thursday, but I just wanted to comment on the fact that I had no idea a cup of blueberries is 82 calories. Where in the world are those tiny little blueberries putting all those calories? I love blueberries. I'm gonna eat them anyway. So last week I talked about my goals and how I was doing, and I didn't actually like look at this beforehand. I just knew that I had been reaching my goal of exercising 5 days a week, and I just finished looking at this, and I decided to put my total miles up here at the top, and I went 31.05 miles in the entire month of January, which is like a mile a day on average. And I think that's pretty awesome from like basically starting at nowhere. I mean, I was doing a little bit, but really I wasn't doing anything. I talked about my goals and how I was doing, and I just wanted to say that I do need to update this goal, and what I've decided is that I want to beat this number. So in February I want to do more than 31 miles, and that's with a shorter month in February too. So I'd like to try to beat that like every month. Do more. We'll see once I get to a certain point if that's even possible, but right now that's going to be a goal, just to beat that number each month. It is Friday evening. I just wanted to comment that today is like the first day in weeks that it felt easy to stay way under my calories. I just ate really well, and it didn't seem hard to make good choices. It seemed easy to say no to things that I've been like, it's been either I haven't said no lately, or it has been excruciatingly painful to be like, no, I can't have this. But today it was like the first day in a long time. It was really easy to say no. It was really easy to eat the right things. It was not really easy to get on the treadmill, but I did it. And I feel like I kind of like rocked it out a little bit. I did a really good job. Once I was on there, it was not that bad. I even ran just a tiny little bit, but it feels really good to be, at least I feel like I am completely back on track now. So it took some time, but I feel like I'm finally there, and I am ready to beat this diet bet and just keep losing weight. And hooray for a very stressful week being over, and I am looking forward to next week when it is a very short week, a very easy week, well, easy-ish week, and then I get a short break. We get a couple of days off at the end of next week, and I am so looking forward to that. I was really motivated today, like super motivated. I was gonna get on the treadmill. I was gonna go 10,000 steps. I was gonna go 3 miles. I was gonna run like half the time. I don't know what I was gonna do, but I was super motivated. And as soon as I got on the treadmill, it was like, I don't want to do any of this. Like, I don't mind walking, but I'm just gonna kind of take it easy. So I was walking about 2 miles an hour, and I was playing Candy Crush, and every time I won or lost a game, I upped the speed up, and before I knew it, I was going 3 miles an hour, and I wasn't even halfway done, or maybe it was like right around halfway done, and I started feeling good, but I was like, I do not want to run. And then I hit the 30 minutes, and I decided to just keep going, and then I was almost at 2 miles when I decided I'm just going to run the rest of the way. So 6 miles an hour I ran for, it was probably about like 0.1 mile that I maybe ran that far. I don't even know if it was that far. It might have been like 0.08 miles that I ran just to get it over with, get to 2 miles and be done. I was gonna be disappointed in myself that I went from super motivated to I don't want to do this, but I kind of thought, you know what, at least I'm on the treadmill. So if you did more than 2 miles today, then congrats to you. We both got up and got it done. And if you did less than 2 miles than me, then haha, I beat you. Not really. If you got anything done today, good for you. And we are beating everybody else that hasn't done a thing. I'm not going to be disappointed that I didn't do everything that I thought I would do right before I got on the treadmill, but I am going to be proud of myself for doing what I did. So I am, and I'm like sweating to prove it, so it's good. Here is this week's workout stats. I went 40 minutes outside. I took Lucy for a walk this day, and we went 2.82 miles. I think my GPS is not working very well, but that's what it said I did. I had a rest day on Monday. I went 30 minutes on the treadmill, 0.95 miles. I was definitely not motivated that day, but at least I went. That's the important thing. I got it done. Had a rest day on Wednesday. I had to work really, really late till like 6:30 this night, and then we went out to dinner. I knew that this was going to be a rest day. 34 minutes on the treadmill, 1.55 miles. 35 minutes on the treadmill, 1.51 miles, and then 42 minutes on the treadmill, 2.0 miles. And I mean, I was good on this day, but I was not motivated here, but I started killing it here, and I am feeling so much better. I feel like I have finally been resilient. Okay, now it's time for the weigh-in, and last Sunday I weighed in at 245.6. This week I weighed in at 243.4. That is a 2.2 pound loss. Woo! That is really exciting. However, I'm not going to diss myself, but I am going to say that this is still not the lowest weight that I've been in the last month. So, yeah. So right before I was starting to struggle over the last couple weeks, I weighed 242.5. So, I'm getting there. But I'm not going to diss myself on like, oh, I'm not down there yet. I mean, I am a little bit, just because I do I want to keep seeing it go down and down and down. But the fact is it's not going up anymore, and that's really good. I feel like being resilient was a little difficult. This was like the first time that I really had to enact my word of the year and be resilient. And, I was starting to get back on track, and I didn't feel it though. I feel like I am fully back to being on track eating right, it not being like too hard. I mean, it's always hard to give up, you know, fresh baked cookies. It's always hard to give up pizza. Like, it's hard to give up these things. It is all the time, but sometimes it's harder than others. And I finally feel like I'm back to that place where I can do this and it's not that big a deal. It's just like, this is just part of my life. And for 2 weeks, it was really, really hard. I struggled and struggled the first week, and I gave in to things that I shouldn't have given into. This last week though, I said I'm going to be resilient. I'm going to get back on track. And so that's kind of what I started to do. And I just kind of went through the motions. I didn't feel like I was back on track, even though I was doing everything right. So I think that was really, really important for actually achieving resilience this time around. If you don't feel like you're getting back on track, just go through the motions. Just eat the right things. I know that's way easier to say than it is. Just go through the motions, whether it's weight loss and you need to eat the right things and you just need to get exercise in, just do it. And if it's, you know, not spending money and saving money, then just like, don't go out anywhere. Just go through the motions, even if it doesn't feel like you want to. After you actually go through the motions a little bit, then you'll actually start to feel like you're getting there. That's kind of where I was all last year when it comes to weight loss. I kind of wanted to maybe lose weight, but I didn't want to do anything that involved losing weight. But I think going through the motions helped me get to that place where I wanted to do the right things. I know that might not make any sense, but it's like, if you just start, even if you don't want to, eventually your mindset will also change. So today is actually Sunday for me, and in church today we heard a story about a baby that was born, and they were born prematurely in maybe the 40s, I think. Shortly after being born, they had scarlet fever, and then I think they had something else. Then they contracted polio. This poor girl had a very rough time of it in her early years. And she actually, because of polio, she had a crippled leg. And long story short, she started practicing to walk without her brace, even though the doctor and her parents didn't want her to. And eventually, by the time she was 16, she actually ran in the Olympics and earned a bronze medal. And then just a few years later, she ended up winning 3 gold medals, the first woman to win 3 gold medals in the Olympics. That's pretty amazing. And so anyway, the moral of that story is perseverance, and you just keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. And so that is what is important for this takeaway, as far as you just keep trying, even when things don't go right, and even when you are hit over and over and over with debilitating things like scarlet fever and polio. That's pretty debilitating, I think. And you just keep going and going and going. Perseverance and being resilient is so important. So if you need a little bit of perseverance in your life, if you need a little bit of resilience in your life, I encourage you to please subscribe to my channel. I make videos about getting out of my student loan debt, which also takes a lot of perseverance, as well as losing weight along the way. And Wednesdays are all about losing the weight along the way. Please like this video, leave me a comment down below, let me know what it is that you need some resilience and perseverance on. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. And I could also, that was my belly. My belly's growling.